All right, what's going on YouTube? This is BoxingWave. Let's talk Dereck Chisora stopping David Price in the fourth round. Okay, dropped him earlier that round, and then after that, his towel. I mean, his corner threw the towel. Okay. Um, Look, I wasn't really expecting much here. I know David Price is coming off a good win against Dave Allen. You know, but Dereck Chisora right now, he's just too hot right now. And I knew his pressure was just going to be too much. He starts out, he's shooting the jab while trying to get in, trying to close in the distance. He's throwing nothing but big hooks to the body up top. Throwing everything he was throwing had bad intentions, okay? He hurt David in the end of the third round, all right? They close out the round. And I knew by the fourth round that this was probably going to be the final round. I saw what David was doing, okay, when he wasn't tied up with Dereck. He was throwing his jab, and he's throwing some straight right hands that were heavy punches. And I saw what he was doing. I saw what he was trying to do. He just didn't really land. Dereck was coming in. I think the fourth round I got a little nervous because the way that Dereck was coming in, he was not using his jab as much. He was just throwing nothing but haymakers, and he wasn't working behind a jab anymore. And I was like, okay, David Price is trying to time that right hand just right and catch him with one shot. All right. Didn't work out for him. He gets dropped, get caught with a big shot before they were tied up. I'm not sure if it was a hook. I couldn't remember, but David got caught with the shot and then ended up dropping maybe after Dereck threw two more shots. He was trying to tie up and hold on, but then he was just too hurt by the shot. You could tell his legs was a little wobbly, and he dropped down to the mat after the count. He seemed like he was still a little out of it, but possibly could have continued. His corner threw the towel in. Crowd started booing. I thought his corner did the right thing. He was taking some heavy shots before that. And it just goes to show how savage the boxing fans are, because this guy is getting hit. He's a little out of it. And I thought it was a good stoppage. Even if the ref stopped the fight, I thought it would have been a good stoppage. His corner threw in the towel, but I thought he had enough, and what we don't want is another accident to happen in the ring, even though he got up. At least I think it's more honorable that they stopped the fight while he was on his feet. He was taking some big heavy shots, and it's no point to let it continue. We don't want this guy to lose his life in the ring. Like, it is what it is. So I was glad with the stoppage. And Dereck Chisora needs to get credit. I know that these guys are not the absolute elite. I know Spilka is not the absolute elite. I know David Price isn't, but you got to look at it like this. I mean, in his past fights, the fact that he went to war with Dillian White in the first fight, a lot of people felt that he won that fight. Uh, and then them having a rematch, and a lot of people feel, including the judges, felt that he was winning that fight before he got stopped. That hook that came from White kind of came out of nowhere, and it saved White because people thought he was losing the fight. And he was able to stop, tack him, and I think he's having a nice little run right now. He's getting up there in age, and for him to have this kind of run right now is good for him. And he's setting himself up for another good fight, pay-per-view type of fight, soon, if not next and soon. I know he says he wants to fight on the undercard of this Joshua Ruiz rematch. And he's called out Usyk as well. Usyk, who just had his first fight against Chaz Witherspoon the previous week. He calls out Usyk, and I seriously doubt they put Usyk in the ring with him this soon. Listen, if Usyk is going for the best and people feel that he can beat the heavyweight champs already, then it shouldn't be a problem by them putting him in a ring with Dereck Chisora. I personally don't think they would do that. I'd be very surprised if they put Usyk in the ring with Dereck Chisora. Dereck is just too dangerous, and he has a type of punch that could turn a fight around instantly. and he's a bigger guy, he's a much more danger than Chaz Witherspoon was. Okay, so I mean, listen, if they were to put him in a fight with Usyk, I'll be happy with that. I doubt they'll do it, but I think it'll be a good. I would respect that win if Usyk was to beat Dereck Chisora. I would definitely respect that win. You know, I don't think they would do it, but I would love to see that fight. I would love it. Um, or if they're gonna do the Joseph Parker thing to try to run that back, I don't know what's up with that. I thought that was a great matchup. I thought that was a toss up. But you know, what's the name? Joseph Parker pulled out because of the spider bite and everything. So we just gotta wait and see. But I thought it was cool for the. I thought the fight was cool up until the time it lasted. I don't know what David Price is gonna do from this point on. It seems like as soon as he gets a couple good wins, someone always knocks him out. He's always losing by knockout. I personally just think he needs to hang it up. But I've said this several fights ago. You know, I don't want this. I know the man wants to make his money. I know he loves fighting, but anytime he gets close to, when he's fighting a top contender or even less, sometimes he's getting knocked out. And it's like, how long are you gonna keep this going? I really want to see him. I don't want nothing. I don't want this guy to get really seriously hurt. Because every time he gets knocked out, it's like a dramatic knockout. So I would be happy if he was to retire. I've said this before on this channel, and I'm gonna keep saying this. And they keep throwing him in there with the wolves, and one of these days, I was worried about one of these days he possibly gonna get hurt, really, really hurt, man. Because when he gets caught. The way he falls at time is just it's bad. He falls hard. He's a tough dude and everything, but I think he needs to give it up, in my opinion, man. And I'm gonna keep saving it, even if he keeps fighting and even wins. He's not gonna beat these elite fighters. You know, the Dave Allen win was a good win. It was a solid win. Dave and a lot of other people thought Dave was gonna win, but enough is enough, man. All right. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. About Dereck Chisora. Who do you want to see him fight next? Do you want the Usyk fight now? Do you want to see him on the undercard of the Joshua Ruiz rematch? Do you want him to fight Joseph Parker? I'm cool with all of these fights. I'm fine with whatever Chisora do. I love watching a fight. I love his interviews. I just love his personality, period. I think he's very, very entertaining. And I'm cool with whatever he's down to do. All right. So, and David Price, listen, very good fighter. You had your time. You had some good wins, but you had some terrible losses. And it's like, man, at some point, you got to just worry about your health. Like, is this worth keep getting knocked out over and over again? I know he puts asses in seats. I get that, but like even if you're a fan, like come on, like how many times you want to see him keep getting hurt like this? Even if you're a fan, like come on, like all right. So anyway, subscribe to the channel. See you guys on the next one.